Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host, Nathan P. Butler, and this time we are circling back a little bit to what we saw in episode number 62 of this series. This is being recorded on August 29th of 2016. That previous episode was recorded quite a while ago, but I've finally been able to acquire something that would allow us to expand a little bit upon the topic in episode 62, which is the movie viewer. The Kenner Star Wars movie viewer and its cartridges. You may recall, as we went into great detail within episode 62, basically what this is you have these cartridges that you stick inside this thing, and then you hold it up to a light, and you crank. And as you crank, it cranks a film strip and gives you a no sound, back then in color, now kind of degraded to more like a black and reddish type of film, of little clips from A New Hope, available back in 1977. So if you didn't want to, say, pick up those 8mm reels, those Super 8 reels, you could have picked up this. This is more like a kid kind of thing, but you could still re-experience some of the Star Wars theatrical vibe in your home, or on the go in the case of something like this. You wouldn't necessarily take your Super 8 projector everywhere you went, but something like this a kid could take with them and constantly relive certain scenes. And I noted at the time that there were 5 little cartridges for the movie viewer. They were May the Force Be With You, which apparently is the one that came with the player. Battle in Hyperspace. Though again, the battle wasn't really in hyperspace itself. Danger at the Cantina. And the last one I was able to actually show you, Destroy Death Star. Again, not destroy the Death Star, just Destroy Death Star, as I mocked at the time. But all the ones that I have, or had, up to that point, were just the cartridges to go along with just the viewer. No packaging involved, and I do usually like to show you packaging if I have it. But most of the time, these things were kept as cartridges, not with their original packaging. And there was one that was missing, called Assault on Death Star. Again, no "the" in there, as it probably should be. Well, I finally was able to acquire one of those, and I kind of hit the jackpot, because not only did I acquire Assault on Death Star to finish my collection of these, it also came in its original packaging. So that's what we want to take a look at to show you that other one and the packaging involved in this entire product line. So you look at one of these straight from the store, and it looks a little something like this. There's our packaging here. Again, that original packaging. Says Star Wars, little copyright thing, movie cassette, color show, Assault on Death Star. And Vader's TIE Advanced X1 or Buy One. Then you've got a little kid using the viewer, ages 3 and up, number, simple to insert, snap in cassette and crank to see exciting action. Continuous loop film. Because, yeah, you just keep going and it just goes back to the beginning and keeps playing and playing. Kenner, even more copyright information underneath here. Then you've got a shot of Vader's tie again. Hey, Mom, save $1 when you buy 2 Kenner movie cassettes. See details on back of package. And because of the way that this is formed, there is also text right here. For use with all Kenner movie viewers and video centers. And then Assault on Death Star. Again, the name of it there so you can tell which one it is you were looking at, whether you're looking this way or from above. Then your edges. Star Wars movie cassette color show with number but not saying which one it is. Same thing on the other end. Essentially the same thing on the bottom, albeit again with the copyright information. Lots and lots of copyright information on this thing. And then the back, lots and lots more detail. The problem, of course, here is that you won't be able to see very well what you're seeing here. You have also available, you have the coupon thing there, and you have information with instructions on it on the other side. So I'll just kind of run through this here. It says, also available are these cassette color shows. Bionic Woman, the Bionic Woman to the rescue. $6 Million Man, Colonel Steve Austin Adventures. Star Wars Destroy Death Star. Star Wars Battle in Hyperspace. Star Wars Assault on Death Star. Star Wars Danger at the Cantina. Wait, it says also available, and it names this one. Yeah, they all kind of did that, apparently. Then you have your instructions, basically, Kenner movie cassette, $1 refund form. Get $1 back when you buy 2 Kenner movie cassettes with this coupon and 2 proof of purchase seals. Kenner movie cassette, $1 refund offer, 2, and it gives the address. You fill it in, send it in. You got your proof of purchase down here on the bottom, those great old Kenner proof of purchases. You have your instructions here on the side of how to use this refund. It says $1 refund instructions. Step 1, buy 2, and they have to tell you 2 then in parentheses where the first 2 is written out, the second 2 is the number, just in case you're too dumb to realize what 2 means. Kenner movie cassettes for use in Kenner Movie Viewer. Wow! So in order to use an offer that says that if I buy 2, I can get $1 back, the first thing I gotta do is buy 2? Oh my god! I had no idea. Sarcasm dripping. Step 2. Cut out and fill in the entire refund coupon below from one of the Kenner movie cassette packages you buy. So another reason why a lot of times you don't see these with the packaging. Step 3. Cut out the round proof of purchase seal from both Kenner movie cassette packages. Down there. Yet another reason. Send the completed refund coupon and the 2 proof of purchase seals to cassette offer, blah, blah, blah. In return, Kenner will refund to you $1 by mail. Offer expires May 31st, 1980. Allows 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. So, I know we've had a lot of inflation since the 80s, but please wait 6 to 8 weeks for us to give you $1 back. It almost feels like it shouldn't be worth it. But then again, this is an era in which you could buy action figures for like $2 and change instead of the inflated prices we have now. Inside this, of course, is the cassette. And again, this is the last one. They all look the same except the title, Assault on Death Star. And this one actually is one that's working, though it does crank a little slowly, so I'm a little careful with it. You may recall that one of the ones that I've got doesn't work. It doesn't crank anymore. Another one cranks kind of slowly. Another one had the film strip snap as I was trying to crank it for the first couple of times. So these are extremely fragile at this point. But honestly, I was looking at these saying, maybe I should just replace them with other ones that work. And then I'm thinking, you know what? I don't own a Betamax player, or a Laserdisc player, or CED player, but I've got those, so do I really care that much? Answer apparently is, not really, though at some point I might replace them. But this is the last one. Assault on Death Star. We finally have a complete collection of the Star Wars Movie Viewer library in my Star Wars Home Video library and featured here on From the Star Wars Home Video library. And thankfully, finally, with the actual packaging. Whew, even smells vintage. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you all for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.